Great.
You can go. All right. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Darius Shanfar. I'm the chair of the Finance Committee at the City of Albany Industrial Development Agency. I call this meeting to order at 12:15, I guess. First order of business, as always, is our minutes. Having been previously distributed, I would ask for a motion to waive the reading and accept the minutes as presented.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion, changes, additions, deletions? Hearing none. Motion's on the floor. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, passed. The next order of business is the quarterly budget report, or as we say today, the year-end budget report.
Thank you.
Yeah.
First, I would like to note that we will have a new face at the meetings. Tom Libertucci from BSD recently joined us. He'll be coming to the full board meeting next week on Thursday, so you'll be able to meet Tom. But without Tom today, I just present these. These are the fourth quarter, the quarter ending in December 31st, 2022. It tracks very well to the budget. And you'll see that total revenues, actual revenues were around 1.3 million. Total expenses were around $885,000 for the year. But overall, a very good year.
Great. Thank you very much. Next order of business is unfinished business, but we have none. So for new business, we'll move to the property acquisition and disposition report.
Great.
Yeah, something that has really not been a big issue in the past, but now we have property.
We do. So as the board knows and the committee knows, in late October of 2022, the IDA had acquired a number of parcels, 11 parcels, as part of the Liberty Park application from Capitalize Albany. So the real property report has been updated to reflect that property ownership. So it is a change from previous years, but these are all the properties that we own.
Here's to not owning this property for very long. All right. Next order of business is the annual investment report.
Pursuant to the bylaws and the Finance Committee charter, the committee reviews the investment report within the first 30 days of the calendar year. Our investments are really interest, and so we do have that listed for Community Bank, but all other accounts are listed on this as well, which don't earn interest.
The interest earned this year was $23,439.
Correct.
And compared to recent years, that's a banner year for interest. No. All right, so next order of business, agency update.
So thank you, Darius. The agency update here from time to time, we come back to you to report on Capitalize Albany Business, General Economic Development business here. I don't want to lose a week in waiting for next week to talk about the big program that Capitalize Albany announced with the Mayor's Office today. It is a new small business grant program funded through the city's ARPA initiative, the American Rescue Plan initiative. And so what we've done is put together a program that complements a program concurrently launched by the Central Ave Bid and Downtown Business Improvement District. Our portion of that is related to capital investments that small businesses across the city are making. So whether that's improvements to their building or equipment and machinery purchases, furniture purchases, anything that really helps them upgrade or expand their businesses citywide. We have that out today, so folks have a month really to get their pre-apps and their applications in. So direct folks that you're talking about out in the community our way. We'll be reaching out to targeted organizations, things like neighborhood associations, business improvement districts, to be able to help with that. That program, like I said, is complemented by a program that the bids are running that is more for technical assistance and operating expenses that may be holdover challenges from the pandemic. So between those two, we are happy to be able to cover really whatever financial needs a small business may have in the current environment. So a lot of funding on the table. We have up to $750,000. Those grants go up to $25,000. And they are as flexible and simple as we've ever made them, thanks to the really hard work, particularly of Renee and Emma on building that program out, and asking at every turn, how do we make this easier for the applicant, and pulling out as many requirements, as much red tape and paperwork as can be there to help. Did I miss anything, guys, that you want covered?
It is available citywide, so that's something that we haven't always been able to do with like the downtown retail program in the neighborhood.
Small businesses under 50 FTEs, a couple of ineligible small business categories in the program guidelines, and not-for-profits in childcare, arts, cultural, tourism, and hospitality industries with under 25 FTEs.
Are there any conditions that prevent someone from applying? Like they don't pay their taxes or something like that?
We will look, and you can see within the guidelines, we will check their local property taxes to make sure they're current. If they have major code violations, if they're ADA compliant, those are types of things that we'll look at. But we tried to keep it to problems, not to really bounce anybody that needs. So that's really where we're headed.
Great. All right, any other questions? So our compliance update is next. How compliant are we?
Just a reminder, if you haven't gotten in the financial disclosure forms and the board evaluations, if you can do that, we'll send another email out following the meeting today with the forms. And we have started our annual Paris reporting process, and that is underway. And we expect to come back to the Finance Committee with a bit of an update next month. Great.
So we need to be a little bit more compliant is what you're saying.
We will find out how compliant we are
Okay.
over the next 3 months.
Terrific. All right. Anything else? Then I would call for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
All right.